welcome back, dear viewers. So, my thinking here is, I should go back. I mean, there is a high chance that I will die because Mayumi can't take the decaying bodies back there. But if I press on, you know, my thinking is that I'm running right into a trap if I press on, and the guy or person that died where I kicked the head, I guess this person was going into this room, confronted whatever it was in there, tried to flee and got catched. I could be wrong about this, of course. There could be a dangerous monster in the other booth that just got him before he entered this one. But if I can pull it through, both ways gonna be dangerous, but if I can pull it through to go back, then it's gonna be better than pressing on. So, back to sanity. I feel worried about Himeno all of a sudden. I will go back. Upon thinking whether or not it's alright for just me to enjoy something so pretty, I reach for the door behind me. Even though we fought, Himeno and I are friends. Sharing such a lovely memory will surely help us make up quickly. Really, that's a concern? I've already forgotten the dead body and the whole missing sister bit. I step forward, and it is at that moment. Huh? When I open the door and step through, there is no fish of the world booth. Okay. Before I can even rationalize the scene before me, I'm pulled in by some sort of swell. Okay. Trying to figure out what's wrong, I realize I am having trouble getting air. I really want air. So I pause for a breath. My mouth fills with fish stench, wind, seawater. I know from the salty taste that I've swallowed seawater. The reason I can't breathe is because all around me is ocean water. I understand that I am in the ocean, devoid of light. No light and no sound in the darkness. Wondering why I move my limbs. At this rate I will drown. It hasn't been more than a minute since I got pulled under the sea. How many seconds have passed at this point? No, that isn't it. I have to get above water. However, up to this point there has been no light overhead, and I am forced into an inevitable battle with my despair. I frantically endure my suffocation, swimming higher and higher, suddenly being thrown into the water, hasn't thrown off my sense of up or down. My desire to live serves as an instinct to guide me upward. I still can't see, but I'm alright. Just like that, I seem to have answered my own question. I can feel the clothes I'm wearing become heavy. However, if I have time to shed my clothes, then I have time to continue upward. My thinking is that alone. I've heard there is high pressure in the deep part of the ocean that crushes any living thing, but my body is completely fine. That means where I am at the moment shouldn't be that deep. If I swim hard enough, I should make it. I just have to hit the surface and take a deep breath. How many seconds have passed at this point? I have no sense of time whatsoever in this darkness. Even so, I know that some time has passed since I was thrown into the ocean. A minute probably passed a while ago. Here, my consciousness has begun to fade. Immediately after I see the darkness of death, a small light illuminates the tip of my nose. Because I have been swimming so frantically, I haven't noticed, but it seems as though I have gone up quite a ways. It will all be alright. The surface is close. I reach out my hand. I reach out towards the light. That is all that I can do. That's because my legs won't move. No matter how frantically I try to move them, My legs won't even quiver. It feels as if something has ensnared them. It has the elasticity of a bottomless trampoline. From the tips of my toes to my rear end, that soft sensation wraps tightly around me. I want to think this is a lie. No, I've actually decided I will not believe it. That a giant octopus has wrapped itself around my legs. Its gum-like suckers are the size of the palm of my hand. I can't even imagine how large its entire body is. The light is getting farther away. My eyes have already closed. For some reason, Imano's smiling face floats before me, though it should be her angry face that I see last. Just like that, I am in darkness. As much as it has tightened up, my legs have lost all feeling. No wonder my legs are no longer what they once were. With the depletion of my oxygen supply, my brain has already changed into a machine of merely processing my situation. Within the darkness, it dispassionately communicates my non-existent will to my four limbs, which have lost all sensation. It won't be long before the only thing I can sense is darkness. That's because I've already become part of the darkness. Into the silent abyss. So, I guess I died. That went quicker than expected. Yep, bad end. Okay, but how could I smell it that the room just changed around to a water tank behind me? I was expecting a monster to find me and eat me or something like that, but not that I'm suddenly underwater. That was kinda weird and out of nowhere. But anyway, let's follow the right path into madness, following my probably already dead, but certainly not still looking the day she was lost, sister into this trap. Going back is dangerous. I can't do anything by stopping here. I have to press on. And so, I start towards the starry sky. I gaze in fascination to the right and left of me. If circumstances weren't what they are, I would have stopped and stared into each and every tank. The tanks lined up all together are beautiful enough, but each one is vivid like the night sky inlaid with jewels. Altogether, there are 7 tanks. Each one holds a different type of jellyfish, some with poison, some without, categorized by aspects such as where they live. Oh hey, it's me. They're beautiful. I have lost all touch with reality. I'm probably gonna die again. I stop and stand in the very center between the 3rd and 4th tank. I wonder if the last time we came, these tanks were here. Nakanobe Maui, my little sister. I lean my back against one of the tanks and sit down. Whenever Mary's face appears in my mind, I lose all of my strength. If anyone saw me, I would be embarrassed. But here, now, in Mountain Aquarium, there is no one around. I heave a sigh and look up at the ceiling. For some reason, a large fan is rolling there. My memories of the last time we visited Mountain Aquarium aren't all bad. It was the first time in a long time all 4 of us had gone out as a family. Mary and I got along really well, and we always held hands as we walked. We would do things like play house or read picture books aloud. Mary was a bit more of a tomboy than I. So even though I was the older sister, she was the one who gave the orders. Since it was the first time the two of us sisters went to the aquarium, it was natural for us to be very excited. Just as one would expect the first time, Mary and I had laid eyes on the creatures of the sea. We experienced fear, awe, and the sense of being deeply moved. The creatures we saw at the time have stayed with me as vivid memories. Happy memories. I still have plenty of them. But on such a special day, of all days, Mary and I ended up fighting. The rest proceeded just as I remember. Since then, my parents buy me anything I want. However, I changed as well, and I didn't really want anything anymore. Greed itself seemed to decline for me, and I never really got excited for anything. Didn't I choose to press on and don't stay in this room? And that's why, when my mother bought me those boot sandals, I was happy. I was fascinated by their nostalgic ultramarine color. About 1 year after Mary disappeared, she stopped coming up in conversations. I don't know if my mother and father had accepted it as a tragic accident, or if the sadness had slowly faded, but my new normal had begun. I had become an only child. But that is nothing more than an excuse I can't escape from. Mary, you're here, right? Finally, it seems my strength has returned and I stand up. Even though I ask, no answer will come. The thundering ventilation fan in the ceiling is the only sound I can hear. It was almost at the same time I stood up. Ah! Yeah, she's. I'm sorry. Let me have a quick. Okay, never mind. A crack appears in the glass of the tank behind me. Since the glass doesn't make any noise when it splits, I realize it's broken when water splashes on my rear end. Water continues to flow out, gradually spreading to my feet. The amount of water from the tank is more than just puddles after a heavy downpour. Along with the water flowing forth, the jellyfish that had been in the tank until just a moment ago flowed out. In order to avoid contact with the water already soaking my sandals, I stepped back from the puddles without looking away. How? Why? As if to play further with my already bewildered mind, the tank behind me also cracked. This time I hear the high-pitched noise of glass cracking. Following that, the tanks are each destroyed in turn. That's totally not cool. Being stuck in the middle of the passage, water is closing on to... Oh god, sandals. That's not good. It's closing in on me from all sides, leaving me pressed in between. The edge of the water is steadily drawing near. What should I do? The words that slide from my mouth also flow away with the water. The colors of the tank that had once been so vibrant now seem eerie to me. Among the jellyfish are poisonous ones. Even worse, some of them are fatal. On thinking that, my legs begin to shake in fear. No! But no matter how frightened I become, I know I can't sit down. As if the area I am in is shrinking, water and jellyfish are both heading towards me, and it's impossible for me to touch the floor. I'll try to do one way too, I can think. Yeah, sure. Let's go with a no, I can't think of anything. Nothing bad could happen when I take this one, right? But anyway, let's save. I'm sounding a little bit mean spirit, don't I? I don't mean that, but I mean, come on. That's not really a choice here. I have no choice but to run straight through. I no longer have time for doubt. At a glance, the door on the opposite side is closer than the one I came through. From here, this distance isn't too far to the interior door. Running at top speed should be good enough to reach that one. I hesitate for a moment, then grit my teeth and take off running. It's no more than 10 meters. It is a distance that should pose no trouble, even for someone like me who tested below average in physical endurance. Yeah! When I had run about 5 meters, just having passed the 6th tank, oh god, don't. I fall full force onto my back. The floor is wet, so one might say this should have been expected. No, this is disgusting and dangerous, but mostly disgusting. The water soaks through my skirt and quickly soaks my underwear. Oh no, not my panties. The tank water is in direct contact with the skin on my rear. It is cold and wet, uncomfortable, but unavoidable. When I put my hands on the floor to try to stand up, I discover that action is a mistake. Ouch! I squeeze my eyes shut at the pain that... Really? Am I dying now? I squeeze my eyes shut at the pain that feels like I've been stabbed by a cold metal needle. No, it doesn't just feel like it. I have been stabbed by something. Yeah, I've been stung by... Oh, I totally did. Shaking, I shift my line of sight to my hand. The jellyfish is covering my right hand. At that moment, I get upset that I can't feel the coldness of the water around my right hand. I got stung. What do I do? Someone! The pamphlet introducing the jellyfish has gotten mixed up with pieces of glass from the tank. Man of War. I noticed the name without much of a reaction, but it has to be poisonous to be called that. There have also been incidents of fatalities. Yep, fatalities. Poison? What do I do if I've been stung? Do I clean it? Is it bad if I don't clean it? I can feel my pulse quickening. I wonder if it's the poison making its way through me. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? When I try to will myself to calm down, my impatience ramps up. Someone help me! I'm incapable of helping myself! Help! Trying to use my pulsating right hand for support, I push myself up. I slide in the puddle and can't stand. It hurts, it really hurts. I put water on the area where I had been stung in an attempt to rinse it out. However, the opening of the wound stings and startles me. I need fresh water. Trying to apply pressure to the vein, I tightly grip the area where I had been stung. Mom! Himeno! Maui! Wanting to be saved, I call out as loudly as I can. However, in reality, my voice has already grown hoarse. The corners of my eyes grow hot, and from them fall individual droplets. No, I'm going to die. My voice is no longer really a voice at all. Ugh. Before long, an electric shock runs through my right hand. The subsiding of the intense pain brings my senses back to me. But my voice will no longer come out. Even when I try to think of something, nothing happens except a sensation of pain whirling inside me that fills me to the brim. Unable to control my body, I fall to the ground. First my head, then my chest. From my stomach to my feet, having fallen on my face, half of my body is submerged in water. My heartbeat quickens. I become acutely aware of the flow of my blood. Unable to stand it, I vomit. The very idea of being able to endure it no longer occurs to me. Even so, the poison won't be expelled from my body. My entire being becoming numb is proof that my body has been pumping so quickly it has worn down my veins. Wanting to rinse out the remaining vomit in my mouth, I suck in water. It tasted like salt. Within my body, I am struggling with all I have. On the outside, my shell has long exceeded the limits of its stamina. Blood is soaking through the capillaries in my eyeballs, and the puddles waiting on the floor are pierced with red. Gradually, I stop feeling my blood flow. Is it because my heart has stopped? Or because my consciousness has disappeared? Either way, my consciousness stops and fades into darkness. With the same simplicity that the ventilation fan spews out loud air, my breath is evacuated from my body. When I come to, I'm still gazing into the cylindrical tank vacantly, thinking nothing other than, I wonder if something is in there. I just stare into the tank. I have neither the urge to call out, nor the desire to walk away. Merely the sensation that my consciousness alone is floating along the rippling sea. Why on earth am I here anyway? What have I come here to do? Whether I can't remember or there was just no reason from the beginning. Okay, wait! I did... Okay. The jellyfish are pretty, especially this jellyfish. Its color is so bright. The voice that starts talking right in front of me catches my attention for some reason. I feel like I've heard it before somewhere. I wonder though, if I had taken the other thing, would I have been dead? And why did I die before and not now? I'm confused. Well, who is it? I'm unable to remember clearly, seeing only a wavering face that won't come into focus. Well, who it is will remain a mystery until the next time. So, till next time, dear viewers. Till next time.